guys, welcome to another episode of Driving with John in GTA. Today we're going to get another police chase. We are in, I guess it's essentially the Playboy Mansion. We're in the grotto. And yeah, no helicopters are firing at you in here. You can hide behind these rocks and cover the 3 different entrances pretty easy. Most of the cops will come to the gate directly in front of me. Very rarely cops come in from this one. And you get a few in from this side over here. Still pretty easy to cover. Let's go ahead and pop this thing off. Oh, that guy might survive. He can tell his story. Okay, so we need to fire down just a little bit. A little bit more. Don't have a whole bunch of these to test with. There we go. So below the lock on the door. And here we go. 3-star, of course. And since this is Driving with John in GTA, I do have an escape plan. It involves a little footwork though. Oh. Somebody got a shot on me. Down to about half my body armor. I rather like this gun. It's also nice to be able to have 10,000 bullets. Alright, it's time to switch back to a little bit quicker firing. I can see them on the map. They're trying to come in over there on the side, but that's where my vehicle is parked. Make it difficult for them to get in. Still only at the 4-star. Don't know how much you guys get up to a 5-star, but there's a point where you there becomes like little lulls in the cops. There'll be a whole bunch, then they'll kind of die off for a second, and a whole bunch then die off for a second. It almost seems like that's something they put in the game to give you a chance to escape. Since the cops are such amazing shots. Pop, pop, pop. This game's fairly awful. But escapism in video games is what's fun, right? When they first added the first person to it, you're meleeing in first person. It's like you almost feel bad about it. It's like it's all fake, but still, it's just. Ugh. Only you can prevent body fires. Yeah, they're not burning very long. So we got the 5-star. Oh, jeez. And with the rest of that body armor. Bunch of storms lately. It's lightning again outside. This is supposed to be something like the wettest May ever. I don't know if it's just for this area, but it has rained a ton. I do, not as much as I used to because my current schedule doesn't let me, but I do a lot of... Somebody? Who did that? Anyway, I do a lot of auto detailing. For a while, did a little business out of my house, detailing cars, and so, you know, I'm a person that I like to keep my vehicle extremely clean. My truck's dirty. Like, I haven't done anything with it in a couple months now. I thought about doing it today, but I was like, well, it's gonna rain tonight, and usually that wouldn't stop me because if you don't drive anywhere, it still stays, you know, pretty good looking with all the wax and everything. The water just kind of beads up and runs off. But my yard was so wet, you know, you need to do it in the shade. You don't need to put soaps and stuff and all the chemicals on hot paint, and my truck's black, so it gets very hot in the sun. But so anyway, I could have pulled it up in my yard in the shade. Problem I run into is rain so much, my yard's ridiculously soggy. My one-wheel wonder of a truck wouldn't fare very well in soggy dirt. Otherwise known as mud. Shot that guy through the door. You don't want to let them get off to the side, that's bad. Oh, headshot there. Yep, step back over in front of that door, dude.
Get some cover.
Not parachute. Uh-oh. The door's a bit jammed up out there. A guy got in. I went around to the... Oh! Came right back across in front of me. Got him in the leg. That body armor was a complete waste. Did that guy just action roll? He did. I need to sleep that up. Step back in front of here, fella. It's about time to go, guys. Did really well at first. I'm running through body armor like crazy now. That guy died by kneecapping. That was awful. Alright, we are heading out, guys. And I'm stuck on a torch. Getting shot by helicopters. Body armor's gone. But we got a Tronster Muck. And we shall run over a car. Or push a car, I guess. No, I don't want to get stuck in someone's yard. That would be bad. Didn't really plan the getaway. Probably would be a little bit better if I start planning getaways, but yeah, get these videos becoming too scripted. That's just no good. Oh, let's see if I can climb up right over here. I'll be a big drop off right on the inside of this. Down to the gas station. Oh, that's not too steep. Oh jeez. That guy's heavy. Alright, it's time to get out of here. This vehicle doesn't provide a bunch of protection from bullets. A plan is formulated. I saw this car earlier driving down the road and I thought, hey, I want to run over that guy. So far he's doing a pretty good job of keeping me from running over him. Monster truck saved my butt there. See? This is why you should run from cops to monster trucks. Because now it's a boat. Oh crap, don't flip. That would be highly bad. I know there's a waterfall down here. I don't want to hit that waterfall. Well, let's go this way. Yeah, the waterfall's right there. And I'm pretty sure it gets steep. Not steep, the water gets deep on the other side of it, so we don't want to do that. That was a big lightning. Really hope I don't lose power. Because not only would this video get cut off, we're gonna have to do it. Not only would this video here get cut off, I would possibly also lose the Minecraft save again, which I desperately don't want to do. Still got that 5-star. Power just flickered too. Yeah, because monster truck. That bridge is all of a sudden very skinny and almost difficult to negotiate once you're in a big wide vehicle. Uh-oh, they're on to me. And hitting me a lot, actually. This is bad. Got that body armor on just in time. I'm gonna leave that up for a minute. snacks happening. Good, because the body armor's now gone. Aw, I'm just really full of it. Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, what am I doing with the... All I got left is beer and cigarettes. That's not going to help the health any. Shouldn't need any more. I'm about it for this tunnel here, which is where I'm going to hide and get away from this. And we slide to a stop just in the tunnel. If a train comes, we're gonna have a slight interference issue. Uh-oh. Yep, time to be hitting the old dusty trail. First person in the monster truck is great. Seat tires. Not so great when you get into skinny areas. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just ride the lip. There's the intake on my motor, right back behind me. Nice stitching on the seats. Bit overkill for a monster truck. Wow, that was... So I got these headphones on, I can't hear it raining. There's a train! Lightning outside is one of those that, we're just gonna let this hit us. That's almost a little bit scary. It's one of those lightnings that makes it look like it's day outside for a second. It's so bright. Really hope it doesn't wake up my kid. I just fed him and got him back to sleep. Anytime now, 5-star. Alright, cool. All I had to do was ask. And I know I could call Lester and get him to get rid of it or whatever, but I don't feel like I did it. I didn't escape it. Even in a game like this, that feels like cheating. My Zentorno would already be at the top of this. It's probably not even going to make it. Well, it might. I think it can get out of that view, though. Uh-oh. Gotta keep the front wheels on the ground if I want to steer. Getting dark. I need to... Might need to take a break. No, I forget that. Why would we take a break? Uh-oh. Maybe it would have been good to take that break. Wow. Sorry guys, yet again I'm impressed by the brightness of the lightning outside. But there's almost no thunder. Don't know if you guys heard that, but the thunder did finally get here. I guess it's it seems like it's bright enough that it would be a lot closer than it is. Yikes. I really should stop going on about the lightning you can't see. Wish I had a storm room, not storm room, like a sunroom, I guess. My parents on their house, they have a nice big room on the back of the den or whatever, big windows, and I always sat there and watched the storms. It was pleasant. Yeah, climbing that mountain. You know, I rarely go off this side. Probably because once you get to the bottom, there's not much down there. This side's always more fun. Yeah, we're gonna go off this side. Brakes. Yes. Oh, that hurt. I'm not gonna adjust this in the air. I'm just gonna let it land. It's one bouncy monster truck. As many times as I've hit those trees, I think they ought to remove them. Just let me continue my roll down the hill. So while I'm making these videos, yeah, I'm making them on the PS4, which can record for up to 15 minutes. I would always, I would always set the time I want to record, and you double click on the share button to start the recording. And then if you click on the share button again, it basically ends that clip, that little section of film you're recording. There's a train. But, there's a stage. That ain't gonna happen. Kinda want it to happen. Oh well. Anyway, it ends that clip and then you can hit square to save it. And if you don't hit square to save it, if you end it early, before the 15-minute cutoff time, if you let it roll out to the 15-minute cutoff time, it automatically saves it. It assumes you wanted it. But, if you cut it off early, you have to hit square to save the clip. If you don't hit square to save the clip, you become extremely frustrated at all the wonderful footage you just lost. And because I have a plan in mind for a lot of these videos that ends up with just me screwing around at the end, and that's kind of the fun of it, wow. I'm going to talk about the storm outside again in a second. Anyway, because I have a plan for the start of these videos and then I end up screwing around, they run over 15 minutes and whatnot. But I learned that although I thought I was just going to be playing a bit of GTA 5 and recording what I'm doing and talking a little bit, I get to learn how to act some, I guess. Definitely not happening in this one. I'm horrible at it. So, but I come up with a plan of what I want to do, and then I accidentally screw up my capture and have to start over. So then I'm like, whoa, so I get to try to make all those things happen again and act out my surprise and frustrations, which there are minimal frustrations for me. I stay pretty chill, as some of my viewers have noticed. I guess it's easy to recreate things and act out what happened when you have no emotions. But yeah, I thought I would share that with you guys. It's just a kind of an interesting aspect of recording. If you have a plan in place of something that was nice T-bone, of something you want to do, and then you screw up your capture, you gotta do it again and then make it seem cool. This is something I'm learning. Getting better at it, I think. My videos are only getting like 10 views each right now, so it's not like it really matters. 300 million people in this country and however many billion around the world. I don't think I'm embarrassing myself too much. And if I am, I don't really care too much. That's fine with me. What was I going to say? Something about earlier? I don't remember. I saw something. I was going to say something. What was it? Oh, what? I don't remember now. And through the marvel of movie magic, it's now 8 minutes later, and I remember what I was going to say. Or I was reminded. Anyway, I was going to talk about the storm. Well, it was kind of interesting. There, okay. Forgot where I was for a second. I was going to try to get into Zancudo, but then I realized this would not make it. Now, the air pressure of thunder is interesting because, like, you hear the thunder and stuff, and you also have to, like, rattle your house. It pushed my front door ever so slightly. That was kind of creepy and interesting. For a bit of clarification, my front door, I guess the screen door outside's open. I need to close that. And my front door is sitting there kind of cracked right now, and it thundered, and I heard the hinge. I didn't see the door move or anything, but I heard the hinge creak a little bit. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna talk about the whole YouTube thing here. I started watching random videos, people that were not very polished, a lot like me, making videos, putting them on YouTube. I was like, what are these guys doing? Who would really watch this stuff? And I was mainly watching for a how-to or a tutorial on something in a game. Probably this game. Yeah, actually, it did start with this game because I was looking for people who were having theories on the jetpack. But yeah, I want that jetpack. But so then I found the Rooster Teeth guys and Achievement Hunter, and they are wonderfully polished at being not very polished. They're hilarious. And I started watching some of their videos, and I remember the first video I watched, it was Achievement Knievel, I believe it was. Or I can't remember if it was Achievement Knievel. I know it's something Knievel. And then Knievel X right after it I watched. And I laughed so hard, that I'm still in the air and all that stuff. Absolutely hilarious. And it hit me right then, and I was like, at first I was thinking, who would sit around and watch other people play video games? And I found myself sitting around watching other people play video games. And it wasn't, and, you know, partly because of where I was at the time, I'm not going to say, but I shouldn't have been watching stuff on YouTube, and it was. So, I mean, that was kind of cool. It's like, oh, I'd rather be home. If I'm going to be awake in the middle of the night, I'd rather be home playing video games. But I can't, so hey, I'm getting to watch someone else do it. But the main thing was I was getting to see the game from someone else's perspective, or in terms of some of the videos I watched, multiple people's perspectives, you know, 5 or 6 people playing the game. Some 2 people down there are rather upset with me. They're gonna have to deal with that. But yeah, what I was saying, you know, you see how other people play the games, or games other people play within the game, and it opens up your mind to different ways to do things. It might not be drastically different ways to do things, but a few here and there, and that's enjoyable to me. Shut up, Simeon. Kind of a poor ending for that, but that's kind of why I'm putting these on YouTube. You know, this is what I do. I, you know, screw around a little bit with the cops and drive a bunch. I do a lot of races, which we'll definitely do more races. Yeah, this is how I play the game. So maybe it's different than how other people play the game. Maybe some people stick to the roads. Maybe some people drive mainly rear-wheel drive cars and don't really use the four-wheel drive stuff, and don't climb up the hills and do some of the, you know, somehow how I drive. Maybe someone has never thought to hide from the cops in the train tunnels. I mean, in the city there are a lot of like little loading docks and stuff that kind of go down into a basement of the building, or to a door that would lead into the basement of the building. And I've seen people online, a lot of people hide in those things. And that's not typically how I play the game. I always end up outside the city. It's hard to stay in the city. It just feels so confined to me. Especially in a monster truck in the hills on these roads. That feels confined. I want to go down that dirt road. This is the road where, with Michael and Franklin, he pulled down that house that's right up there in front of us. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Yes. I'm on top of your house. Haha. Wouldn't that suck? I mean, obviously a house wouldn't, a lot of roofs wouldn't hold the weight of a monster truck. That one's got tarps on it. Well, wouldn't that suck? You're just chilling in your house and a monster truck lands on top of it. That would be slightly upsetting. And by slightly, I mean a lot, if you guys haven't got my odd humor and speech pattern down yet. And if you haven't, I often understate things that usually people would highly emphasize. And that tree doesn't move. Oh yeah, that big truck's going down. I missed, but it was still a pleasant outcome. You got a tire mark on your back door, fella. I feel like a skinny but large bully picking on a fat kid. Go pick on somebody smaller than me and a tree.
No fucking way!
Barbecue. sun's coming up. Let's go park in the middle of the interstate for a second.